Hey, it's Jamie and Kim from Plum Island Sea Cabin.
Hi guys.
We are in Provincetown, Massachusetts. We're meeting my sister Tracey and my brother-in-law Jon because we're going shelling. Woohoo! We're going to find some of those. Awesome piece of wood that has all of these really cool sea worm holes and pitted clam holes. So a lot of times when there are waterlogged pieces of wood or also soft pieces of like sandstone, like any wood boring bivalve or sea worm or shipworm will bore into it, and this is the result of that. So really cool patterns, almost like a honeycomb kind of look to it, but I've never found one this intricate and beautiful. So we're going to take this home, we're going to dry it out, and we're going to keep this for our collection. More shells. Look at that, right down here. Oh yeah, look at that, right down there. Oh yeah, let's clean these off. Look at that. I love shelling today. This is a great beach. Look at this. Like every 2 feet. Holy cow, you guys. Shells. Look at that. Woohoo! So truth be told, I do get sad when they close a lot of the beaches at Plum Island. I mean, I understand why they do it for the nesting plovers. Totally respect that. However, I love that it gets us out exploring other beaches together. So much fun. Really cool purple seaweed. Look at how beautiful that is. I really enjoy going to other beaches to see what different things wash up. And we do not get this purple seaweed on Plum Island. So I just wanted to show that to you, give you a good look at that. It's really pretty, colorful. I like how it's like green with the purple tips, but cool thing to see here in Provincetown, Massachusetts. So a lot of the beaches here have these old pillars here that are made out of old tree stumps and wood, but you can see how cool they look with all the seaweed and things that are growing over them, and just like the markings on them. They even have like towards the bottom some like barnacle that's kind of growing in a lot of the crevices. Some stairs that come down over here, so there's probably like an old pier or dock that kind of got knocked away during a storm or something, but it's cool. The remains of some old structure, that's what we're gonna call it. Some cool stuff over here. This looks like it could be a blood arc shell, which it is. Let me just give you a quick shot of the beach that we're at. The tide is going out. We're about 2.5 hours from dead low tide. So there's going to be a lot of this beach that's going to be exposed That's underwater right now. So we're kind of just waiting it out and seeing what we can find in the upper rack lines for now. And then walking down this way and then heading back the other way once the water recedes a little bit more. So a lot of cool stuff here. Really excited to be here. With most of the beaches being closed on Plum Island right now, it's a really nice treat to be able to kind of branch out, take some road trips, and take you with us. Want to check out this stuff over here, like all this dark stuff that's washing up. Kind of see what's getting kicked up over here. Ooh, look at this. This is what I'm excited about, you guys. Ooh, I don't want to get too wet yet. I just got here. But check out like all the stuff in there. I can already see like there's like a scallop shell in there that I want to get. There's a bunch of stuff that's going to be rolling up on the beach really soon because like I said, the tide is going out. And this is all the stuff that we kind of want to scoop up and grab. But I'm also excited to be at this beach because there are a ton of different shells that we can find here, in addition to like blue mussels. You can see all like the lady crab, carapace that are washing up, that are really big and beautiful, much bigger than the ones we find on Plum Island. But like, look at all that stuff that is going to be hitting the beach soon. Super excited about that. But some of the things that we can find here are, you know, the lady crab carapace. You can find blue crabs. You can find channeled whelks. You can find knobbed whelks. You can find these awesome scallop shells, the same that we were finding at Calmus Beach a couple weeks ago. In addition to shark-eyed moon snails. Just so many things that we are excited about. So once that water goes out, we are going to be collecting all that salty goodness. Shells, more shells. Ooh, a lot of really cool shells over here. Like, look at this one. Take this little periwinkle, it's still alive. Nice up close look at this live periwinkle. That's kind of just living and moving along this Bay Scallop shell. Hi, little periwinkle. I will put your shell down so you can continue living on it. We don't have to be piggy and take them all. This one is obviously yours. More arc shells. Really cool, like, piece of rock or metal. Not quite sure what that is. But like, look at all this stuff that's kind of like been trapped by this jetty. We're gonna go through it all in just a second. Looks like there's a live blood arc shell down here. See that just close up like that? A couple of things, so we'll grab that, but then there's also this little scallop shell. But this live blood arc is really cool. When we picked it up, it shut quite tightly. But we will put this back in the water so it can continue to live on. So many cool things down here. I don't know what this is. I'm kind of afraid to touch it. I don't know what that is. It's freaking me out, so I'm not going to touch it. More lady crab carapace. Put this blood arc back into the water. Ooh, a really cool spider crab carapace. There you go. Look at this. This looks like blue. So this is a spider crab. I'll see if I can get some footage of a live one to put up on the screen. But this is a spider crab carapace. And the top of it looks like it's like blue, which I love. Because you know that's my favorite color. But we'll take this and we'll dry it out, clean it up. But I'll see if I can find some live footage of a spider crab for you because they're really interesting. Really nice little oyster shell. Look at this. I love. We're singing about shells today because there's so many cool ones and different ones here. And there's a bunch of stuff washing up on the beach. I'm loving like every second of this. I'm so glad you're here with me and we're shelling. Looks like there could be some purple wampum here. So this is a good telltale sign right here. If you're looking for purple wampum and you see purple or dark markings towards the outside of a shell, so you can see there is some purple there. It's not as purple as we normally like it, but that is how you identify or can tell if there's going to be any purple on a shell when it's laying flat in the sand like that. Really nice buttery sea scallop here. Nice find. Ah ha ha ha! This is the southern quahog. This is exactly what I was talking about. Very excited to find some of these today. I love these. Look at those little zigzag patterns. It kind of reminds me of like Charlie Brown's shirt. Kind of like little Charlie Brown shells here. Very cool. I'm excited to find a bunch of these today. So check out how green this seaweed covering is on this rock. It feels like really soft, like a carpet, but it is like a fluorescent green. It is really pretty. But like a lot of the rocks on the beach, are kind of like coated with it. Right down there too. What do you have, Kim? Oh wow! Look at how cute those are. So little. And that's a beautiful perculum. Really nice.
Small, but it's nice, yeah.
I love that. Very cool. Live scallop down here. See if we can get some footage of it closing. You can see the eyes in there. So you can see it opening, and then it's going to snap down right there, which is what it would do if there was a predator after it. So it kind of views us as a predator. So it sees us with those eyes. Those eyes don't see like we see, you and I, where you can see an actual figure or a person, but it sees and reads light and shadows around it. So when it opens like that and it closes, it's because it knows and it sees us here, like it recognizes our presence. So we're going to put this back in the water because it is still alive. But I love how you can see those blue iridescent eyes above and below. So thank you for letting us take a look at your anatomy. We will put you back in the water. There you go. Bye. So this one is actually, it does look like it's expired, but you can see the eyes on it. We will put it back in the water just in case, but I am pretty 99% sure that it is expired. If we got that close to it and it did not close up, I am safe to say that it's no longer with us. But we will put it back in the ocean because it can become fish food and nutrients in a way for other marine life to survive. So we will put it back in the water, but it is kind of cool to be able to see those scallop eyes. Because normally if we were this close, it would close right up and we would no longer be able to see that. But even though this is expired, we are very sad about that, but it does give us a chance to examine the eyes on one of these bay scallops, which we normally would not be able to do. So thank you for that, little bay scallop. I feel like this might be another live bay scallop. I'm going to drop this in the water. It's like a search and rescue mission today. Bye. So this lady crab is expired, but holy cow, I've always wanted to find one fully intact, and I'm so glad that we did today. So the lady crab has a like leopard pattern all over its body. And it also has like blue and purpley red markings on it. One of the really cool, unique things that it has that only one other crab in this area has are these little paddles that are on the back. So you can see there's one there and one there. They use those to flip and swim through the water. So we found a blue crab on Plum Island not too long ago, and that blue crab also has those. So the lady crab and the blue crab both have those paddles on the back of them to help flip and swim through the water. So this one unfortunately is expired. We're gonna leave it here, but I'm hoping to find one of these that's alive that we can have like a little visit with so that you can kind of see one in action. But we'll leave this here. Rest in peace, little crab. Thank you for letting us visit with you. So since I got here, I've been looking for Tracey and Jon, and I think the little dots down there, I think that's them. So let's see if I can like zoom in a little bit. But there's definitely two people on the beach down there, and I do feel like that could quite possibly be them. So let's go see if that is them and what kind of beach loot they scored. Hi, and I'm with Jon.
Hi.
And we're out shelling, and look at this awesome purple wampum she found. Holy cow, look at how purple that is.
It's my favorite.
And I love how you can see like the little like ridges along the edge. I don't know if anybody can hear anything I'm saying because of the wind. This is really cool shout. Okay, I found everybody. So I have Jon here. I have Tracey. Tracey, say hi to Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom and
Hi,
Dad.
Mom and Dad.
And then we're gonna look at what everybody found. Cool. That is a nice shark eye. Get any cool ones? Oh, look at the patterns on those. Those are so nice. These are like my favorite things to find since we went to Calmus Beach. Really nice ones. Ooh, that's nice, Tracey.
I already showed you my beautiful cup.
It's like lemony and buttery and lavendery. Put that there for you. Put that there for you. There is a blue crab carapace right down here, which is very nice. I am going to take this home, clean it up. Let me just dip it in the water to give you a better look at this. So the blue crab is the other type of crab that I was talking about that also has those little flippers in the back. So I'll see if I can pull that footage from when we found one on Plum Island and give you a better look. The carapace that I'm holding right here is a little bit faded, so it's not as blue as these normally are, but I'll see if I can pull that footage so you can see the live one. But that's a really nice carapace. We're going to take this home and dry it out. That is a nice Atlantic surf clam. Very cool. Very large. Oh, that's a nice oyster too. Look at how huge that is. I like the adductor scar. Oh wow, look at all the sea worms that are on the back of that. That's incredible. And the expired barnacles. Love it.
Did you want to show this crab to me?
I don't know. I feel like you keep teasing me with something that you have, but you
Because
won't
I'm
show
still
it
looking
to
for
me.
it. I know.
What do you
You know
have?
how I am. I need a couple 2 minutes.
You need some minutes. Nice spider crab carapace.
Somewhere so it wouldn't get hurt.
Some
And now I
barnacles.
need to find where it is.
And now you can't find it.
It's in. I think it's in a zippered pot.
That's classic Kim. Classic
Yep.
Kim.
It takes me a couple days, but I show up to the party eventually.
You do. You do. That is so true.
Nope. Can you come back to me, teacher?
We're going to pause. We're going to pause right now.
I
Oh,
found
wow.
other ones up there. I don't want it the
Here,
wind
I'm going to
take it.
trade you. Hold on. Is this a Wentel trap? That would be crazy if you found a Wentel trap here.
Well, yeah.
I think you did.
I think
Although I don't know if
I
that's.
think I might be able to find some other ones.
I feel like that's a Wentel trap, but I could be wrong about that. So those of you who are warm water Florida shellers, the shell on the right, I feel like Kim just scored a Wentel trap, but I am not 100% sure. And the cute little one to the left of it too, but I'm really curious about the white one on the right. Nice score, Kim.
Thanks.
Okay, could this be our first shark eye moon snail today? And it is really beautiful. And you can tell the difference between a shark eye moon snail and a northern because of how flat that apex is on a shark eye. And then you can also see underneath that lobe that covers the umbilicus, which is very, very deep. on a northern moon snail. But that is a really nice shark eye moon snail. Love it. Okay, look at this one. I'm like freaking out. I hope this is intact. Wow. Wow, look at that. Totally incredible. I love how it's like growing one color and then just completely stops and does a completely different thing. So cool. It's like I can't stop filming. Like I turn the camera off and then I see something else, I have to turn it back on. There's like all this good stuff like just like peeking out of the sand. Give you a little shot of the beach here, take a little breather from picking up shells. But so shelling tip number 1, if you're over 40, which I am, when you are on your way to a beach and you decide to go to a drive-thru and get a hamburger and french fries, always pack Pepsid or Tums, because every time you bend over to pick up a shell, it's like you're on fire. So that is a good pro tip for any shellers out there. I don't know if I'm the only one that has this problem, but I often find myself in this situation where I am shelling on the beach and I have so much heartburn and wish I had a bottle of Pepsid in my bag. So yeah, if you're gonna eat like that and then go shelling, definitely pack the appropriate medication to fully enjoy your shelling experience. I just like to share those little pro tips every time I think of one or come across one. So you're welcome. You guys, here's another one of those pieces of wood, waterlogged pieces of wood that have like all of the holes from the pitted clams and the shipworms. Those are going to look really beautiful dried out. I might even coat them with some polyurethane so they kind of look just like they do right now when I just pulled it out of the water. But so many like intricate details. It's like a maze in there. Look at the size of this blue mussel. So we get these on Plum Island, but not this big. So look at how huge that is. That is a good sized blue mussel. We are finding all the species today. And that's why this beach is so much fun. We're finding all the things. We were singing about the seashells. Okay, there's a shell in the water that I want, so I'm going to try to time this properly. I just grabbed this shell right here, which has those beautiful pinks and purples and lavenders, but it looks like there's a southern quahog there that I want to get. So I'm going to jump out there now, grab it, and back up, and it is beautiful. And it is really beautiful. Look at that. Nice markings. Got that nice Charlie Brown zigzag pattern on it. Got some purples and oranges, fully intact and hinged. Absolutely love that. I knew it was only a matter of time we found one of these fully intact. So super good score. Look at this one down here. This scallop shell with all the barnacle on it. So cool. Another cool thing that happens on these little harbor beaches here in Provincetown is, I don't know if you can see it there, but there is a boat that is beached on the sandbar right here. So like when the tide goes out, the boats get beached, and when the tide comes in, then they are all floaty again. So it is kind of cool when you're just like walking down the beach and then all of a sudden you come across a boat that's just kind of sitting there on the sand. Kind of fun. Like this buttery Bay Scallop. Take some good pictures of it. So every time I like hold something up in front of the screen for an extended period of time, it's because I am snapping some pictures of it because it's that beautiful. Wow, like look at this. This is crazy. Look at the markings on that. Like freaking out. Like even when we go to Calumet Beach and we come here, there are so many different patterns on these shells. It's like every time you find one, it's like a completely, totally different shell because of the colors and patterns. So much fun. So we just had an incredible time at the beach. We found so many good shells, so many great finds. It was so much fun shelling with Kim, John, and my sister. So thank you so much for shelling with us, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.
We hit the beach. Bye.
Bye.